You guys know on my blog, I share how I made my fortune in real estate, starting at 19 years old. It's just been a blast, and now I'm showing other people how I've done it. I've been doing it for 40 years. I get a jacuzzi before I start the day, and today's no different. But I was thinking, I was at my girlfriend's house, and her son uh, has been barbecuing, and he's up early. The big old brisket sitting on the counter when I woke up this morning, and all marinated, and he's in the process. He's been cooking one brisket after another almost every week for I don't even know how many. But before that, he really got heavy into making salsas, and he 100 different recipes, and then he perfected it. Right, he perfected it. And so I was thinking this morning, it's a great analogy for kind of real estate too, investing anyways, because you got to perfect your recipe. The process of how you go about finding deals. You got to create really good disciplined habits of doing the right thing. And if you do the right thing over and over again, eventually it will lead to success. I mean, it's kind of a numbers game. I tell people all the time, it's kind of like ring toss. You do the right thing, you go out there and you're throwing rings. And I'm talking about finding anybody can go buy a piece of property, folks, but not everybody can buy a piece of property under market and make money. You know, over and over and over again, their lifetime, like I have and other people I know have. But it takes discipline, and it takes some skills. And so I was thinking about it because I've been watching this, just this young man doing these barbecues, and he's got the smoke down right, tastes pretty good, but impatience, and this is another thing, he gets a little impatient and he screws with the temperature, turns it up, turns it down, turns it up, opens it up, closes it, so it doesn't get that long, steady heat that it needs. And believe me, I'm no chef myself, but I can see some of the things that he's doing that defeat his progress. And it's similar in real estate, to be quite honest. You get impatient, and you can make mistakes that cost you the deal, or or you can really make a mistake and get it. Some people get impatient and they buy wrong, and then they're screwed. And just like I guys tell you, my walking mantra is easy to do, hard to undo. Easy to do, hard to undo. And, because you can get something going and it is very hard to unscrew it, okay, to put it mildly. Uh, so I just wanted to tell you guys, uh, listen, you can make a ton of money in real estate. I've done it, and I've got my mentees are doing it now. I've got guys that have made over $1 million and close to $1 million in a really in a short time, and one of them in a year, and the other guys all within a year, really, because I've only been doing this about a year and a half. And but so listen, it's possible. And I know there's all kinds of fake gurus and snake oil, and you got to listen. Let me just tell you guys something right now. The sharper dressed the guru, the less credible. 100%. The better dressed, the less credible. And the reason that is, I think, it's because that's all they got, right? In other words, they got to work on the image. They got to work on the image, and I mean, the production is perfect, and you know who I'm talking about. There's a bunch out there. The slicker and the neater, the cleaner. I mean, I ain't got time for all that shit. I'm making money. I'm an investor. I buy and sell real estate all the time. Been doing it my whole life. I don't have time to go to the barber every week. I don't have time to get dressed up for the camera for these YouTube presentations, because that's my money's not in YouTube. My money's in investing. And you guys that throw money at these bozos that are simply sharp dressed salesmen, I mean, golly. I mean, look, you've been warned. If you heard me, you've been warned. But you just use your common sense. I mean, look up the Better Business Bureau on these guys, okay? Look and see if there's any complaints, right? Uh, this is really what you got to do is take a look. But even beyond that, they need to show you that they made money in this business. You know, I show you guys deal after deal, show you real stuff, and but everybody sets the standards for credibility so low, and that's why so many people get screwed. You know, I was watching something, and really the laws are terrible for enforcing this stuff. You know, the FTC, uh, they really don't do a great job. That's why there's so much fraud. It's rampant. And you know, yeah, they crack down here and there, but man, it takes a lot of people screaming. And that's the problem: is you guys get knocked off one at a time. You get screwed for 8 grand, 10 grand, $2,500, whatever. You ain't got the budget. You ain't got the budget to get your money back. And that's the problem. Is so you've got to be really careful. Do your due diligence. Don't allow yourself to get screwed from the very beginning, and then you won't have to, you just be a better investor. Anyways, it just doesn't really make any sense. The things that park here. Uh, anyways, but get coming into a Zoom meeting here. Let me see who's here. This is a Porsche Cayenne. Thanks. Somebody already answered the question for you. Uh, yeah, thanks. I appreciate you like the content. So look, if you just got here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I've been a real estate investor for really my whole working life, except for a year and a half. I've been doing this since 19, and there's not a better way to make money. There's not a quicker way to get wealthy. There's very few things that you can borrow money on that increase in value. That's why banks like to loan money on real estate. It's a safe bet overall because historically the values keep going up. Sometimes they don't go up as fast. Sometimes they go down, but they'll eventually they'll heal themselves and keep going up. It's been going on for a long time, folks. And but those of you, you guys know that I just raised the price. I'm raising the price even more on the course. I'm not doing the course anymore after the 5th, at least not for a long while. But you can still get in the course. A lot of people signed up. I got Joel and Andrew and Crystal and I don't know, a handful of other people just joined up here in the last couple of days, and a bunch joined up 2 weeks prior to that. A lot of people joined up. It's going to be really, really good. You guys you're in for a treat. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff, and you're going to you're going to see other people in the class that have already made 10, 20, 30, hundreds of thousands, $1 million now, over a million, and you're going to learn from the people that are in the midst of the mentorship, and it's really cool. Hey, Josh, yeah, Josh, I'll see you in class here in a little bit. Josh just signed up too, and he just used the book, and you guys can make money just using the book. You can take it to another level after that by getting more, but the book ought to convince you. You get the book and you make 10, 20, 30,000 or 100 grand, or then that's what a lot of people have done. It's gone out and made money with the book, and then they come in and take the mentorship to get even more. So, anyways, it's very cool. And really, really gratifying to me. Just that I got so many, mostly men, but it's great. It's just great camaraderie. Made a lot of friends, and people are making money where they never saw that money. They didn't realize it was right there. It's in their neighborhood, and they're increasing their wealth, and they're closing that gap on having college funds for their kids, a retirement fund so they can retire, because that's why I think everybody does so well I'm going to say between 30 and 50. That's really seems to be the sweet spot here. These guys are the most serious because they go, oh, I got 2 kids. I love them. I'm going to put them through college. I need to retire too. You know what I mean? And you got to prepare for all that stuff. And that really comes home when you hit 30 and you have kids. You go, oh man, there's and then the wife doesn't work, and you got to take care of that too, right? You got to make enough for two, and she's going to stay home. Not everybody's got that option, but anyways, I just want to tell you guys, uh, the analogy investing like barbecue. Like I said, this kid over and over again, he's cooking this brisket, and it keeps getting better and better. Still a little too tough, and but like today, he's putting it on. He's telling himself, I'm not going to open that lid for 6, 8 hours. He's going to let that, because that's the patience, right? not looking, right? People, it's a common thing with cooking, but so he's gonna leave that thing down. I said, yeah, just leave it down, even if it burns, just let it be. And I got a feeling this is gonna be his best brisket ever. But that's kind of how it is. Things click, right? At some point, things will click for you, and you're going, ah, I got it, And it happens in real estate. It happens in jujitsu, which is I'm a fan of. Anything that you're learning, it's like riding a bike. You're stumbling. Pretty soon, all of it's like, I got it. You're pedaling, you're steering, and all of a sudden, it's second nature. And that's kind of how it's going to be. So let's see what's going on here. Then I'm going to call it quits. Bernie doesn't want to give up the wealth, just demands it. I don't know what that means, but you guys talking politics, I guess. Bernie is a real estate millionaire. I don't know who that is. Uh, all right, let's see. Is a woman a good investment? What car are you driving? All right, guys. Uh, I'm gonna call it quits here. So I'll see you guys in the Zoom. Those that are in the membership, I'll be on in about 40 minutes or something like that. Yeah, 45 minutes. And appreciate. I'm gonna see new people in there. Folks that are in the new. Listen, you guys are gonna learn in the first month. Generally, I don't call on much. The people that are new to the Zoom, you've got a 1 month crash course ahead of you. A lot of the questions you have are going to be just answered in the stuff, so I can't take too much time to answer the basic questions because it becomes boring for all the people that are like already through the class that are making deals. And I may end up having to do 2 classes. By the way, I'd like some feedback on that. Do you guys want me to do like a noob class where it's the people that are brand new, and then do a separate one maybe for the more advanced people that have already started making some deals that have been through the whole course? Could use your feedback on that. We'll talk about it at the Zoom too, maybe. But anyhow, really, I just tell most everybody just audit the class that's brand new. Once in a while, I'll ask and see what you guys are up to. But you'll learn more by just watching the people that are in the midst of making deals. And I got hundreds of hours on top of the classroom material that you get to come back through and look at that's being chapterized. And so it really is just an information station, right? You're really gonna dig it overall. It's really cool. So I'm gonna let you guys go. See you in the class, everybody else, and please share, subscribe. Thanks.